Hello there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Allison. I am the Coffee Creative. I love everything art, planners, journals, and all the things between. If you're new, I'm so glad you're here. And if you're back, I'm so glad you're back. What I'm doing today is working in my Hobonichi Cousin avec on February 26, 27, which was a Friday and a Saturday. And I'm commemorating these 2 days. Right now I'm grabbing a stencil that I got in the clearance aisle at Michael's. It's a Martha Stewart stencil, and I'm just putting a fun background because I just honestly wanted to try out the stencil. I mean, that's really what was going on with this one. I used Distress Oxide inks. It was Squeezed Lemon and Mowed Lawn. Now I am putting a piece of packaging on the page. And the reason why is because on this day, the highlight, the main event was a trip to Michael's. That's right. I went to Michael's with my daughter, and I hadn't been to a store in a while, honestly, and it was just kind of, I had no real reason to go. Besides, I just wanted to get like one thing. And of course, I ended up getting more than one thing for sure. And one of those things was party cake flavored Peeps. Now, all the Easter stuff is out. I could take or leave Peeps, but it did catch my attention and we gave it a try. It was fine. It tasted like, yeah, Peeps, just sugar, really. Let me be honest. But it was fun. So I kept the packaging. And now what you see me doing is cutting out a picture of another random purchase during this Michael's trip. And this is a Funko Pop of Jessica Fletcher. Who knows who Jessica Fletcher is? If you don't know, she is Murder, She Wrote, the main character from Murder, She Wrote. Now, I grew up on Murder, She Wrote, and I watched it for a bit when it was on Netflix, so I basically could not resist. But this is by far the nerdiest purchase I have ever made in my life, I believe. I mean, I truly believe this, and I wrote it in my journal. A Funko Pop of Jessica Fletcher. I don't think it gets nerdier. I don't know. Debate me in the comments. What I also found during this Michael's trip were these gelatos. These were my favorite find, 100% for sure. So gelatos are awesome. If you have them, you'll know. If you don't, you should. And if you haven't used yours in a while, get them out. Dust those bad boys off. But anyways, I had some pastels, which were pretty muted for me. And as I'm sure you've learned by now, I'm not a muted art type of girl. So anyways, they're not cheap. You know, they can run up to like $26 a pack. And at Michael's, they were $5 each. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I looked at the price like 3 times and kind of held my breath when I was checking out, like, please let it be $5. Please let it be $5. And it was. I was so happy. So I got the metallic ones and the brights. Yeah. So that was really cool. And then from Friday, I move on to the Saturday page because I'm kind of going back and forth. Full disclosure, this page, I didn't have like a real like vision or anything that I had in mind. So it was kind of one of those like leisurely journaling sessions where you're just kind of like seeing where the page takes you. And this is where it took me. So that one Saturday morning was from a magazine. And since this was a Saturday, I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. And then same with that little phrase. And what you see me working with now is a printable. You're like, yeah, what's the big deal? This is a printable I made myself. Yay! So it was probably the most like roundabout, silly way to ever make a printable. I don't know how to do these things besides just figuring them out myself. But I couldn't sleep on Friday night. So at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I decided to start doodling and doing like lettering and stuff for days of the week. And then I decided, I wonder if I could turn this into a printable. And lo and behold, la 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 la. How exciting, right? You might not be excited. I'm excited. But you can be excited if you want to, because if you find me on Instagram, The Caffeinated Creative, shoot me a DM. And if I can figure out, I promise to make every effort, I'll send it to you if you want it. No big deal. Anyways, okay, now the stickers I'm using are from Cece's Art Cafe. I used to be a Patreon of hers, and I'm not anymore, but that's okay. I still think she's great. I just had too many Patreons going on. But those stickers say paint nails and then get crafty. And I've been holding on to those stickers for like months. So I want to use them. So I thought this will be perfect. So I decided to stick them down. And then I had no idea what else I wanted to do. So I just grabbed like a mystery pile from my ephemera hoards and just dumped them on my desk to see what I could find. And lo and behold, there was something about coffee, of course. And that little thing I'm gluing on right now says, wake me up for coffee. Heck yes. And then some stickers, like that's the flower sticker that you're seeing me stick on right now. Yep. So that was kind of cool. And then these little sticker samplers are from the Paper Cutting Nerd, my friend Nubia. She owns a little shop, and those were like swaps that I had purchased for planner events where you kind of give each other stuff. There's all kinds of things that people give each other. And so I decided to use it, and I love those stickers. I mean, 100% love them. So that little whatever in the bottom is like about the party cake peeps. And then the girl please is because those tomatoes are there to represent my dreams of gardening. A beautiful spring garden where I harvest from the garden and bring them in and, you know, just am one with the land. But it's funny because I know myself pretty well, and so that girl please with Frida like rolling her eyes is because I always dream about having like these amazing gardens and becoming like one of those people. And yeah, I don't always follow through. So this, we shall see. This might be the year. Let us hope. Let me pray. Then I wrote spring feels possible because it has been warming up, which is like so wonderful. The snow is melting. It just feels like spring might actually be a thing that happens. And then I grabbed some like basically DIY little stamps that I made, and used I can't remember the name, but one of my Distress Oxide inks, the purpley color, I can put it down in the description, to add a little bit more layers and patterns. Then I just decided to journal, and I journaled about the day on Saturday. Basically, I just spent a lot of time tidying up at home. That's why I put that note that said create a space that brings you joy, because I'm just trying to like be joyful in my house. Like I had an IKEA piece of furniture that didn't close for probably a year because it's IKEA furniture, and I decided to like mend it, and so I fixed it, so that was cool. And just like, you know, randomly like loving the sun, opening up the windows. It was probably like a whole 50 degrees, but you know, we acted like it was 70 and just had a really good day. So I wanted to journal about that. And then I journaled a little bit about the printable that I made. And here what you see me doing is grabbing another one of those little DIY stamps that I made and using black to stamp in order to fill up the space. But yeah. Oh, and that little sticker that says play games is to represent the fact that my husband, after much selling, and basically sold me on it, but he got a new Xbox. So he's very happy. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that if ever my stamps go crazy, like I just white them out. Like don't be afraid to just white stuff out. I mean, I love white out, I'm not gonna lie. I kept that clip of me drinking coffee because, yeah, this was very much a coffee-fueled journaling session. 100%. Now I'm looking for numbers because that's kind of the last touch. I realized I never put the numbers on. And so the way that I store my numbers is I use one of those like page protectors and I just cut it in half and then I tape together some of the like page protectors to make slots so that I keep all my 26s together, all my 27s together, all my ones together, et cetera, et cetera. So I grabbed a big pile of the 26s because I wanted it to sort of vibe with the rest of the page and then used a punch to make it a little bit smaller and hence you see the 26. And then the 27, which I just outlined with blue, was also from just like a sticker sheet. So this is how my page turned out. Or pages, I shall say. And I really like them. I hope you like them too. What do you think? Do tell, do tell. Are you feeling like spring is possible? Have you made any random nerdy purchases lately? Please tell me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.